Hello viewers, it's Century Michael for Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called the Boruto Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that needs to go to listen to this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, the episode starts off like this: Boruto and his team managed to find the quiet Mia's husband, Aro. But he was acting like seems whatever happened to him. It seems like whatever happened to him he was acting all savage-like. So basically, whatever happened to him, he's acting like a savage monster and starts to attack Boruto and his team. So basically, Nuka suggested that we need to use force to take him down. He's not responding to our command. So basically, we need to use force. So basically, Boruto said, no, there's got to be a better way to use force to take him down. So basically, that's what Konohara suggested, that we use the restraining shield to restrain Aro and let the moments right and just knock him out. So basically, Boruto said that'd be a good idea. So basically, Mugo was like, oh, Konohara, you going soft. So anyway, Boruto and Konohara tried to use the restraining shield jutsu on Aro, but Aro was whatever happened to Aro made him too strong for the shit. Made him too strong, and he broke out of the restraining shield, and basically that's when Victor's men, Aro's boss, ordered his men to take down Aro. So basically, Victor's men were equipped with scientific ninjutsus that Mr. Koski that the blueprint for the scientific ninjutsus had been stolen. So basically, somehow Victor's men ended up with the scientific ninjutsus and shit, and they used the lightning style. They used lightning style jutsu from the scientific ninjutsus to take down Aro. Aro passed out after being shot by the lightning style from the scientific ninjutsu. So basically, Victor was telling them that you guys call yourself Shinobi. So basically, you guys had the opportunity to use force you guys had the opportunity to use force to take down Aro, but you guys hesitated, so therefore my men had to use force to take down Aro. So basically, Victor said that you guys should have used force to take down Aro. That was the only way to stop him. So basically Victor said that Mia was born to hire you ninjas, because a real ninja, in this situation, whether you force to take down the enemy, no matter what type of situation it is. So basically, Victor said that you guys stole this mission, so basically get the fuck out of here, we'll take it from here. So basically, Boruto was about to say that, we were just trying to not to hurt him, but Carl Harbor was like, Victor's right. So basically, we failed this mission. We should have used force to take down to take down Ottawa. So basically, Mugo was like, yeah, Victor was right. Like Mugo was right also that we should have used force to take down Ottawa. So anyway, yeah. So basically, Boruto and his team was leaving, and that's when Boruto noticed that Ottawa's wedding ring, the wedding ring around Ottawa's neck was on the ground. So basically, Boruto took the wedding ring with him. So basically, figured he might try to get it back to Muya if he gets the opportunity and shit like that. So anyway, Boruto, so basically Boruto, Misi, and Sawada was disappointed that they failed, this is the first mission that they failed and whatnot. So basically, feeling disappointed that they actually failed a mission and whatnot, feeling disappointed. But meanwhile, at some lab somewhere, we see Victor's man at the lab that Ottawa was using to conduct some type of experiments at. So anyway, one of the Victor's men reported that Ottawa and his team was conducting tests on the item at this lab, and that by conducting tests on the item, they must have got affected by the item while they were doing their tests on the item. So anyway, Victor said that it's the item here. Like, no, we had checked the lab and the whole area. The item is not here. So anyway, another person of Victor's man showed up and reported to Victor that some of the men that from the search party had not came back, that was looking for Arvo had not came back yet. So basically, Victor figured that these guys who had not came back from the search party for looking for Aro and his team must have took the item that he's looking for, and he ordered his men to find those guys who had not came back, and he believed these guys stole the item that he's looking for. So basically, he ordered his men to find those guys and get back his item immediately. So anyway, meanwhile, back in the river, Boruto was still feeling bad that he actually, he did when he kept his, Boruto was still feeling bad that they actually found the mission and whatnot, by holding Ottawa's wedding ring, holding Ottawa's wedding ring. So anyway, and that's when Mickey started to pass out, and his skin started to turn gray, just like Ottawa did. So just like Ottawa. So basically, Mickey got affected. Must have got affected by using his snake, shadow snake used it to try to So basically, when Michi tried to restrain Ottawa with his snake shadow jutsu, his snake bit off Ottawa, bit off some of Ottawa's skin, and therefore that's how Michi got affected, because one of Michi's snakes bit off, bit off part of Arvo's, skin, and therefore he starts to transform. And that's how he got infected. So basically, Koharu would say we need to get Michi to a doctor and stop this infection very quick. So basically, Muka said, I know a doctor nearby here. So basically, they got to this big, empty valley, and there was a medical kit. There was this big ass medical tent in the middle of this valley, and they knocked on the door. A patient came running out, and this doctor lady was like, was telling the patient that you should stay a while. You still need to be your leg still needs to be here. And the patient was like, no, I appreciate that you healing fixing my broken leg and all, but you're crazy. So anyway, the patient went away from this lady doctor. Turns out her name was Yuba. So basically, Muka said that, this is Yuba. She used to be a part of the ninja medical corps until she decided to quit. So anyway, she won this hospital kit in the middle of this valley. So anyway, Boruto was Boruto was kind of suspicious of Yuba that, she figured this, Boruto was quite suspicious of Yuba, thinking that she won't be able to help Mitsuki. But, Yuba said that, Yuba said that, you got a nasty scratch on your arm. Can I see it? And start to squeeze Boruto's hand, and Boruto was like, stop squeezing my hand. And so basically, Boruto managed to get free from Yuba, and all of a sudden the scratch on his hand was healed. So basically, now you let me help your friend. So basically, Boruto was impressed, and so basically she started to work. So basically, she started to use her medical skills to try to save Michi from the infection. It took her a while, but she managed to take out the piece of Arvo's skin that Michi absorbed into his body by one of his snakes, and managed to save Michi from being affected. Managed to help and managed to save Michi from being affected by Arvo's a piece of Arvo's skin. So basically, Boruto was like, so basically, the others were glad that Yuba was able to save Michi from the infection from the piece of skin that Michi absorbed in his body by one of his snakes and whatnot. So anyway, so basically, Michi has don't worry, Michi has a immune system, so basically he'd be fine. So anyway, Yuba told Boruto and the others that this piece of wood was causing Michi to be affected. So basically, wood. So basically, this wood had Hashirama cells in it. So basically, Boruto was like, what's Hashirama cells? So basically, Koharu explained that Hashirama cells displaying the whole details about Hashirama cells. So basically, wood style is not a normal juice that people can do. People with Hashirama cells named after the first Hokage if you have Hashirama cells, you can do wood style. So basically, wood style it's not a knowledge issue that you can learn. If you have these Hashirama cells in your body, you can do word style. If you don't, you can't do word style. So basically, somehow they figured that Victor must have got somehow that Aura must have got affected by some Hashirama cells somehow. So basically, they figured that that's the reason why Aura got was acting like a savage monster, because he must have got affected by some Hashirama cells. So basically, Boruto was like, my dad's arm was made out of Hashirama cells. So yeah, true. So basically, like, it's like this. It's Hashirama. It's the transfer of Hashirama cells. It takes place. The person because if you reject Hashirama cells into a person, if the rejection takes hold, that means that person is going to be out. But if you reject Hashirama cells into a person that rejects it, they become a savage monster. So anyway, Yuba was like, I want to show you something. So basically, they went to an area in the tent, and they saw this girl who was affected by Hashirama cells in stasis, in a stasis shield jutsu. He said, I found this girl at my doorstep. She was infected with Hashirama cells. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, like, that's when Kohan was that somehow Victor must somebody must be experiencing with Hashirama cells, and therefore that's how Avaro and this little girl got affected. So anyway, but we need to find the source of where these Hashirama cells are coming from, who is making these. We need to find the source of where these Hashirama cells are coming from. So anyway, that's when Yuba said that Mishi's immune system is cooked. Like, I need Mishi to stay here. I need Mishi's immune system has it's very unique. So basically, I can use Mishi's immune system to make an antidote to cure anybody who's been affected by Hashirama cells. So basically, like, Yuba said that Mishi has an immune system that was stopping the infection of the Hashirama cells in his body from slowly affecting his body. So therefore, I can make a cure from Mishi's antibodies to treat all the people who are been affected by these Hashirama cells. So basically, like, so good. So basically, like, Cole Hammer and Mugo said, that's good. So basically, like, we will have a cure. So basically, we will have a cure to help the people who've been affected by these Hashirama cells. But still, we need to figure out where these Hashirama cells are coming from. So basically, that's when Yuba said, I heard a rumor that there's this item that they go out in the black market. There's this big expensive popular item that's been going on in the black market lately. So basically, Boruto said, so this item might probably be the Hashirama cells that might affected the little girl in Aura. So basically, Boruto said that we found this black market, and find whoever has been selling these Hashirama cells and take them down. So basically, Konohava said there's only one black market. There's only one black market in this whole region, and that's the one in the land of silence. So basically, Boruto was like, so basically, let's go to the land of silence, and stop the this person who's selling these hospital from affecting people. But Muga said, but Colin Howard Muga said it's not going to be easy. The land of silence. The land of silence is a region where it's a wireless sleep. There's no law and so basically, like Mugo and Cole Howard said, the black market located in the land of silence is in the law. There's no law in that region. So basically, there's no law or no shinobi or no ninja authority in that region. So therefore, a lot of fugitives, a lot of ninja fugitives gathered there and whatnot, since there's no law and no ninja authority in that region. So basically, like, if you go there, it's gonna we need to be careful, cause a lot of bad guys and fugitives gathered there. So basically, it's gonna be a dangerous place. So basically, this is how the episode ended with what Carl Howell and Mugo saying that we had no choice but to go to the land of silence and stop the sale of these Hachirama cells from affecting any more people, and that's how the episode ended. So anyway, this was a good episode of Boruto. So anyway, this was a very good episode of Boruto. So anyway, like always, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Michael from Screwview. So 1.